Okay, we are going to take a look at our control center. So if I pull down at the top right, you will see you have a lot of controls at your fingertips. So it's quicker to do some of the jobs that these tools do than to go searching through your iPad for them. So I'm going to show you what some of them do, and then we're going to go to settings and add one or take away some, depending on how you want yours set up. So what I have for mine, if I look at this first one here, if I long press on it, it's a screen mirroring app. So I could, in class, project what's on my iPad right to the screen using the Apple TV. But we'll go over this a little bit more detail later, so I'm just going to tap off of that one. For the two right next to it, I've got a light or brightness control. So if I tap on that, I can make it lighter or darker. I prefer for it to be lighter, but you do have dark mode, night shift, and so forth. You can play around with those. I just keep mine the way it is. Right next to it, volume control. If I tap on it, I can lower it. I'm just going to keep it loud enough there so you can hear me on the video. And there's a few more at the bottom that I think are a must. The first one being the camera app. So I'm going to long press first, and if I long press on some of these apps, I get more options, like the camera app. I can decide what I want to do with the camera before I even open it, which is nice. So as you see, you can take a selfie, record a video, or take photos or a different type of selfie. The one right next to it that's flashing, that's the screen recorder. I think it's very beneficial for you to have that on your iPad because you'll be able to teach us how you solved problems or how you did something on your iPad, and that's how we'll teach each other and learn from each other. I'm not going to press it right now because it would stop recording, but one thing to note is once you long press that screen recording button, you can choose whether to have your microphone on or off. The one right next to it is a timer button. So if you long press, I like this one for students to be able to set their own timers. So if you're asked, okay class, set your timer for 2 minutes because we have an activity and then I'm going to call on someone to answer the question, then you can just quickly go in and pick, looks like it's 2 minute, well in some cases 1 minute increments here, and then it gets higher and goes by fives, looks like. But if the teacher says 2 minutes, then you could just tap start and you'll have a way to keep track of your own time. There's a few more on the next to the last row there. This one is not going to be used in class a lot, but if and when you do bring your iPads home, I love this app. It's called Shazam, and I use it if someone's playing music next to me or on the radio and I love that song and I don't know the name of it. I will tap on that Shazam's music recognition, and it will, in a few minutes, or seconds rather, it will let me know the name of a song so I can go to my Apple library and add it. The two next to it, the voice recording, this is when you'll be able to record your voice in class, again, to help explain how you solved problems. And then the last one, the QR code reader, that one we are going to use a lot because we're going to be creating our own QR codes to show anyone who visits our classroom some of the things we've been working on. So we'll go into that one more later. But for now, let's see how we can add buttons to our control center. To do that, we're going to go to settings right here. And settings generally opens up to this screen where it says general, but all you have to do is go right below it to the control center. So here are all the controls you can have on your control center. So there's a lot. Right now, all the ones I have are shown here on the left in red. So if I pull it down again, you'll see all the ones listed here are also listed here in red. These are the ones included already that I have chosen, but there's more more controls. So if we scroll down and if there's anything more I want to add, all I have to do is tap on that green button. There is one more I want to add, and that's flashlight. Because, you know, when it's dark and you can't see, you could just pull your handy dandy iPad flashlight out and everything is better. So I'm just going to tap that button, come up here, make sure it's in the right place. Yep, they added it at the very bottom. So now when I pull down my control bar, you see where the flashlight has been added. So stop the video and customize your control center so it's just the way you want it.